I'm sure many of you are curious. Is my beloved Daily Show going to change? Well, it might, subtly. And I know change can be painful, but from change comes growth. A moment for us is gone.
Oh my gosh, that is Jon Stewart's first night as a host for The Daily Show on Comedy Central, as he says. Handsome young man, 25 years ago. So he went on to host the award-winning program, you know this, for 16 years, becoming one of the most influential voices on television. Wow. Stewart stepped away in 2015, right at the top of his game. And starting tonight, he's back at the anchor desk at The Daily Show on Mondays. We want to talk about why just Mondays. Through the 2024 election cycle. He will also serve as executive producer. Comedy Central, like CBS, we have to tell you, is part of Paramount Global, and we're very happy to say Jon Stewart is in the studio.
Paramount Global, baby.
Yes.
Come on, who's got the tote bag?
Yes, welcome back.
Paramount Global tote bag.
It's all in your green room, sir.
Wait till you see the swag you're getting before you
I thought it was called Viacom, but now it's like it's
Oh,
Paramount.
no, it's Paramount Global.
It's called Paramount. It's Paramount.
I want to talk about your
It's
new...
just billionaires moving us around on a Stratego board.
Yeah, and now
Yeah, you're Paramount Global now.
and you're now located at top of the Paramount Mountain, sir.
Yes, you are.
Right.
I'm going to talk about that in just a sec. I want to know, you must have watched the Super Bowl. Your thoughts before we get into your new adventure.
First of all, Patrick Mahomes, I have not seen someone with that preternatural ability to
I
just...
know, man,
You
yeah.
just knew when San Francisco didn't score a touchdown in overtime that he was going to do what needed to be done. It's really remarkable to see a guy at that. I mean, people forget, I think he's only 28 years old.
28, yes.
Which is...
3 seconds, Jon. 3 seconds left.
3 seconds left. Oh, for the field goal.
Yeah.
Driving it down.
Get him into overtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 seconds.
I thought 3 seconds left, and I was like,
Thank you very much.
this
See
is
you
a short
later.
interview. 3 seconds left. I was like, all right.
Good luck tonight.
This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for asking about the Super Bowl.
Okay, but Jon, I'm wondering if you've missed us as much as we've missed you. Somebody writes about you, about Jon Stewart.
Yes.
Jon Stewart was a voice of reason in my generation. It's great to see him returning. There has been no better host of The Daily Show since he left.
That's very kind. I've got some other comments that I've read, slightly less
But
effusive, but okay.
what went into your thought process about I want to come back, and I only want to come back one night a week for now?
Well, I very much wanted to have some kind of place to unload thoughts as we get into this election season. And I thought I was going to do it over at, they call it Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
It's a television enclave.
Yes.
Very small.
Yeah.
It's like living in Malibu.
We've heard of it, yes.
Yes.
Right, right.
But they decided that they felt that they didn't want me to say things that
Okay.
Okay,
might
so
get me in trouble.
so you
So
might
you have
say
some things you want to say. Are
that-
you back because you're worried about what's happening in the country?
Not at all.
No.
No, I'm delighted.
You're totally fine.
Everything's going beautifully. No, I just thought, who better to comment on this election than someone who truly understands two aging men past their prime. I mean, look at me, baby.
Not so.
I mean, this is where it's at.
Yeah, interrupted by a third.
yeah.
Fair to say you are hoping to have an influence on politics.
I don't know about hoping to have an influence, but I'm hoping to have a catharsis and a way to comment on things and a way to express them that hopefully people will enjoy. But, you know, as far as influence, I mean, and you guys know this from doing this, I mean, just about everything that I wanted to happen over the 16 years that I was at The Daily Show did not happen. You know, if you were hoping for influence, and I think I've learned that post-Daily Show, like sort of kind of being lucky enough to watch, you know, activists, like as they move to the PACT Act and the Toxic Exposure Bill, like being able to observe that, that's having influence. You know, watching people do that. I liken television to, like, if you can occasionally provide air support to those on the ground who are actually doing the work. And so I don't view it as I really want to have an influence on this issue, election, things like that. It's what we do.
Yeah.
But you have had some influence when it comes to 9/11 victims, to veterans, but the landscape has changed since you left.
Oh, sure.
And so in a world now where people, young people get their news from social media, from TikTok, how do you think that that is going to change the way you do what you do every night, or at least on Mondays?
Well, generally, I will be doing it with choreographed dance moves. So, and only in 15 seconds.
With a lot of graphics, pointing to a lot of graphics.
Pointing in there. I mean, they always talk about how this audience doesn't. Every information is information, and if it's good content, people will find their way to it.
So true.
I think the worst thing you can ever do is to pander to this idea that somehow young people absorb knowledge and information in an entirely different. I can remember. You remember in news when it got that way, they were going to do. What show was it? 2020 Downtown. They were going to do Downtown because the kids are downtown.
Yeah.
And it was the same show as it was, but like John Quinones had to wear a black leather jacket.
Yeah.
So that the kids would be like, I get this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But John, you do have a unique ability to call out both sides when you see that they may be fluid with the truth, is how I'll phrase
And a
it.
unique allergy to the idea of both sides. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to call out the truth.
I think it's a question of, what are the axes that we're working off of? I think generally you like to work off of the difference between corruption and integrity as opposed to right and left or Democrat and Republican. And if you focus on integrity and try and expose what you think is absurd or corrupt, it'll find its way to wherever it finds. But those are the parameters that you're trying to use.
And satire is still the way you can do that?
For me, I think it's probably the only way I can do it because I don't really know how to do it.
And why
Sometimes-
why just Mondays?
Yeah.
Because rainy days and Mondays always get me down. That's
That's
a
it.
song.
And what's your influence on the other days?
Yes.
It's an excellent question, and I appreciate that.
He's not going to answer it.
I thought that was. Let me say about
you
that
taking a
question.
knee on this question?
It was hard driving and it was probing. Well done. No, I just felt like just doing Mondays. When you come back and I was very much enjoying my life.
Well-
and when they came back,
But to Tony's question
the
about
choice-
your
Yeah.
influence the rest of the days.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, the choice.
Here's the thing about everyone over there. First of all, the team there, there's a lot of the same people, especially in the upper levels, that were there 9 years ago. They're unbelievable. Jen Flancer's executive producer.
Love Jen. She's amazing.
Runs a ridiculous ship. Like, just knows what she's doing in a way that is really impressive to watch. And all the writing staff and the producers. It's a building filled with incredibly talented.
Yeah, but now they're adding
Yep.
you to the
Yep.
mix, John.
Yep.
So that's going to mean something. It is.
It's
gonna
gotta
mean a lot.
mean something.
This is my signal to we have to go. It's my. I just,
Oh, is that really?
Yeah,
Is that-
I'm gonna wipe the sweat off my
Nice.
forehead. They're yelling at me now.
No, don't.
We're in
don't
trouble.
Yell at them. These guys have been up all night.
We're in trouble.
For God's sake.
So have you.
Be kind.
We appreciate you being on. And
No,
we'll be
I
tuning in
drove
tonight.
here from Utah.
Oh wow, you should have gotten on the plane with us, John.
Oh, I
Thank you.
could have saved myself so much trouble.
Mr. Stewart, welcome
Can't
back.
wait for
We
Monday.
Can't wait,
Can't wait for tonight.
Today's
Come
Monday,
on.
Gayle. Gayle has no idea
I
what day it
know.
is right now. It
Can't
is
wait for
Monday.
tonight.
The
You guys are
Daily
loopy.
Show, Mondays on Comedy Central, starring Jon Stewart as host. And
What?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You, baby.
Sign the contract. The ink is dry. We'll be right back.
Fingers crossed.
Tuesday, Wednesday.